If you don't quite feel comfortable enough to start with functions yet, you can relax. Excel provides you a couple of tools to allow you to get the benefits of functions without jumping in too quickly. You can find these tools under AutoSum in the Formulas tab. Here you can select Sum, which inserts a sum function, Average, which inserts an average function, Count, Max, and Min. Let's go through a couple of examples of how to use these. I've got some revenue data here, and I want to put a grand total down here on cell B9. Now, instead of typing B3 plus B4 plus B5, or instead of typing the sum function myself, I can simply select AutoSum, Sum, and then Enter. Excel automatically placed a function in there for me, the sum function. For averages, same thing. AutoSum, Average, Enter. And Excel has automatically given me the average of cells C3 through C8. What's interesting is that when you activate a particular cell, for example, J3, and then select AutoSum, and enter in any function in the AutoSum selection, Excel will automatically recognize the contiguous range near that particular cell. Now in this example, you'll notice that it picked up period 1, or the number 1 in cell A3. We don't necessarily want it to pick up this number, so instead of clicking on cell J3 and then just selecting Sum, I can select the range that I want to AutoSum. I'm going to press the Escape button to get out of here. Select the range. Now you'll notice that when I selected the range of cells, I selected one cell above the range or outside of the range. I'll do that again. I'll select the range and then go one cell outside. This is the cell for the AutoSum. Now let me show you a neat little trick you can do with AutoSum. You'll remember that earlier in this lesson, we added a grand total for columns and a grand total for rows. Well, you can do both with one fell swoop with AutoSum. First thing I'm going to do here is clear these cells. Next, I'm going to select the entire range. And then I'm going to select one row outside the range and one column outside the range. Now I'll go up to AutoSum, click on Sum, and you see the results here. Let me expand out my columns. And as you can see, for each column, there's a grand total. And also for each row, there's a grand total. So in just a couple of clicks, I added grand totals for both columns and rows using the AutoSum function. At this point, you should have a much better understanding of formulas and functions and a few of the ways they can be used in your spreadsheet. As you continue to work with formulas and functions, you'll find that you'll start to achieve higher levels of efficiency and productivity than you ever thought you could.